Let's just make it a video game themed one.
Maybe we could do that. Fuck yeah.
Because I've been really, I just got. Okay, well, I'll let you intro first because I'm gonna start talking.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Select Start Network. I am one of your hosts, Justin Nerd, and with me today is my colleague, my partner in crime for the night, Mr. Liberty Roundtree.
Back again.
Hey, so you guys might notice this isn't live, or if you didn't, there's something wrong with you. And there's only one camera. That is because this is the two
One person. What?
I don't understand this. Why aren't they responding?
I just don't understand that the live format isn't there.
Well, because you can technically post a show like as if it was live.
I guess.
Yeah, like a scheduled post. Like,
Yeah.
Anyways, I don't know if I'm going to do that. I haven't decided yet. But yeah, we're not live. It's just Lib and I. There's not many props around this time.
Yeah.
And it's funny because just before, while we were recording, Lib brought up an idea. And I like the idea. It just sucks that it's the one time I don't have my games display out. I have movies displays.
Did you want to talk about movies too?
Oh, fuck, dude. I don't give a shit right now. It's just the two of us.
Hey, you know what?
The two of us.
We got time. I got 3 hours till I gotta be home. Let's make it 3 hour the endurance podcast.
Oh man. I mean, look, we've done like 2.5 hours before.
Those are crazy though.
Yeah. No, I mean, we go on a couple of rants. It's not too bad.
The only time they ever happen is because you're just in a flow, though. So
yeah.
You don't really notice the time until you look up and you're like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, shit. It's the
gotta
next
wrap
morning.
This up.
All right, but.
My idea.
Yes, your idea. Your idea was, which probably a good chance we're going to do a lot of it, majority of it, is going to be all games cast. Just nothing but games. Cloudy with a chance of one-ups. Because mushrooms, meatballs.
All right, let's not make that the
I mean, that's...
Let's settle on something better than cloudy with a chance of one-ups.
All right. Liberty.Roundtree.
Cloudy with a chance of frag grenades. Because we're cool. And we play high-octane, game-fueled Doritos Call of Duty.
Have you even touched Call of Duty?
No.
When's the last time you touched Call of Duty?
Black Ops 3, the Zombies mode.
Jesus Christ, it's been a while.
Yeah. Zombie mode's fun, though.
I mean, Zombies is always fun.
Yeah,
if they would have made just a Zombies game, I would have purchased that in a heartbeat. I just like
it.
it.
They put out like that super pack of like maps and stuff. So
yeah, it's fun.
I'm gonna get a bit louder because I feel like I'm a little far away from the mic.
Because I brought up mine like right up to my face.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it feels like they had lightning in the bottle with the Zombies games.
Yep. And
they had the opportunity to do a spin-off, especially because they were in the middle of the hype of zombie games, like the Left 4 Dead's, Contagion. I mean, their games obviously are in there. Like, they could have very easily capitalized on this mass fucking market of just a zombies game.
If they put out like a $60 just variety zombies game, which I mean, you have like this little simple campaign mode where it's more about you just use a zombies gameplay in a mission setting.
Yeah.
But then you just have a shit ton of multiplayer modes, a shit ton of maps, and you just say it's all zombies with new modes. We throw guns in, and we're gonna update it over time. Like, yeah. They can even be like, we're updating it over the year, and the next year we're putting another one out because that's what fucking Call of Duty does.
Yeah.
But that would be. I honestly I've always petitioned for personally like someone be like, oh, zombies is the only good part of Call of Duty, and I'm like, people genuinely think that though.
I'm one of them.
They can sell it. They could and. They just do fucking map packs, dude.
Yeah, and like literally just do like $40. You know what I mean? Something cheaper.
Yep.
If people are like, I'm not paying that. I play this for the story. Like, fuck you.
No.
Fine, whatever. $40, $30, whatever. And then then you get your money on the map packs, right?
Yep.
You sell that, and then people go nuts over it.
All of the Call of Duty map packs, like we give you 5 multiplayer maps and 1 zombies map. I buy it for the zombies map. Yeah. I'll pay that $20 just for that one awesome map because. I mean, Black Ops 3 was meh. Mm-hmm. I hated the mechanics of it. I hated the whole jetpacks thing, which is weird because I really liked it in Titanfall 2. I thought it worked really well with Titanfall.
Well, it's because it flowed so well in Titanfall.
And also, like, Titanfall was super big, open maps and stuff, and you could jump on fucking Titans and shit.
Exactly.
And Call of Duty just wasn't that for me. It was always... I mean, I never really thought Call of Duty had the best gameplay. I thought the fun came out of... it was high octane. You get into a free-for-all map and you just you die every 3
it's-
seconds,
yeah,
but you kill every 3 seconds.
It is literally Edge of Tomorrow.
Yep.
It is live, die, repeat. You just do it over and over and over and over
exactly,
again.
and that's what I always liked about it. And then when it came to the jetpack system, I was just like, oh, this is too much.
See, and for me, that's why I dropped out of it, because I'm like, I can't stand dying, repeating, and jumping right back in. But then the problem is the people fucking master the spawn points and literally just wait for you, just poof, poof, poof.
Oh, dude, I knew one guy that was like when I was a kid, he blew my mind because he introduced me to drop shotting in Call of Duty. And then, do you know what drop shotting is?
No, I don't think I do.
Okay, well, you haven't been playing Rainbow Six then, because it's considered one of the cancers of Rainbow Six right now, and it's not because it's actually that bad.
Wait,
it's just,
can I take a guess?
Yep.
Drop
shotting.
This isn't. My mind goes to like when you have the characters that blow out a window and just peek out, and the moment the match starts.
No.
No. Okay.
That's spawn peeking.
Okay.
Which I love to do.
So
back when
okay.
back when Jaeger had an ACOG. Well, I mean, it's genuinely like it sucks when it happens to you, and it's amazing when you do it.
Yeah.
But it's an element of the game because you think about it, like when somebody's peeking their head out of a window, that's one spot you got to shoot to kill them.
Yeah.
So it's a super high risk of spawn peeking. But if you get the kills, like if the round starts and you kill an attacker,
Yeah.
it's like that's why I think it's a genuinely really good part of the game. But drop shotting is when you're shooting somebody and you fall to the floor, you go prone. So basically, I'm standing up, I see somebody, I'm crouching down and proning as I'm shooting.
Yeah.
So basically, making yourself way harder to hit. But with Rainbow Six, it genuinely fucks up your hitbox when you do that.
Oh, really?
So there's times before when someone's doing a drop shot, if you shoot them in the head, sometimes it just won't register because it's in the middle of the drop, it
Like that
considers
animation?
it's chest or something like that.
Okay.
So that's why a lot of people hate it. I mean, it's utilized by everybody. It's the thing is, everyone can do it.
Yeah.
But it's not easy on console, first of all, because you're aiming with your right stick and shooting with your right. How are you going to get to that B button?
Yeah.
The only thing is people can do it if they have the pro controllers. You can bind
yeah.
the pro controllers to like B or something like that,
Yeah.
and then you just get fucked on. And then, but they're actually nerfing it. In what they're doing is that when you are shooting
In
and
Rainbow
you go,
Six.
Yeah, and Rainbow Six. Call of Duty. Nobody cares about Call of Duty. I mean, who the fuck plays World War II? Like Call of Duty World War II. Who do you know personally that plays it?
Not a single person. I know like YouTubers play it because it's still like a popular game for them to stream or fucking do Let's Plays in. But
I mean, one of my buddies is a huge Call of Duty fan. Like, used to do tournaments and shit. And he played World War II for a week, and then went back to playing Black Ops 3. Like, he didn't like Infinity War or World War II. He still loves Call of Duty, but he's like World War II. He's just like, this isn't fun.
yeah. I think what killed it for me, in all honesty, was Titanfall. When I got Titanfall, like the first Titanfall,
It's like this is a better version.
Fast paced, fucking mechs, the jumps, like the jump packs and like the wall riding, and everything was just so fluid and beautiful. And then in the second one, which I wish I would have played more of, I didn't. I still can, but like hook shotting and pulling yourself into an enemy, or fucking doing that to the mechs and stuff, like to the Titans, and just how much you can wreck shit and just come. Oh my god, it was just so good.
Dude, Titanfall is getting super off topic just because we're talking about Rainbow Six.
Yeah.
Anyway, I want to talk about the nerf for Rainbow Six. Is what they're doing is that when you drop shot, you can't aim down sights. So if
it's
you're
always
aiming
hip
down
fire?
sights and you go to like crouch down, you go to hip fire, and that like severely reduces your ability to kill people, right?
Yeah. So unless you're like this close.
Yeah, but even still, like if mid range, because you can drop shot from long range and still get kills and stuff.
Yeah.
So anyway, they're nerfing that. It's good. Going back to Titanfall 2 though, Titanfall 2 was one of a multiplayer shooter where I had so many moments of just like movie moments. I had one where I was just jetpacking around doing my shit.
Yeah.
I went to grapple up on a ledge, and an enemy pilot flew in front of me. My grapple hit him. I fucking came up and kung fu kicked him and killed him. And like I stopped playing for a second. I'm just like, that is possible. And I was it's like it's so fucking epic. And I hate so much that it didn't do well. It tanked.
Well, it's because it was in between like these two massive. Was it Battlefield 1
and
Battlefield? No, or is it?
It was Infinite Warfare.
Was that it was? Yeah, it was. Stuck
Which
with,
Infinite Warfare didn't do well either.
No,
But
no.
it's Call of Duty, so it's gonna take.
It's still gonna make millions and billions of
And
dollars.
it's going to take press away from
Yeah.
it, which was Titanfall 2's issue. So they didn't campaign it at all.
No, well, I mean, EA had Battlefield, or
Yeah, they didn't. They're like,
or was it Battlefront?
No, it was Battlefield 1.
It was Battlefield 1.
Yeah, it was when
Okay.
Battlefield 1 was like, when Battlefield 1 did better than it, I was like, I understand. I like Titanfall better, but Battlefield 1's an amazing game. But It's EA just didn't put any money in it, and
it's funny because they bought Respawn, right?
Yep.
And like, we're gonna make something special with this, and then all over.
They were like, they bought Respawn was a bunch of Infinity War, who did all the Call of Duty. A bunch of their developers left, started this company called Respawn, super low but really ambitious. And EA's like, you guys have done good shit. We're gonna hire you. Which they did. Titanfall, which severely underperformed.
Yeah.
It made a lot of money, but got a lot of criticism from critics and fans alike.
Yeah.
They actually workshopped the game a lot, like in the later patches, but it still didn't do well. And they did one of the things that you don't expect from EA, because I genuinely think that Titanfall 2 EA didn't really have anything to do with it.
Yeah.
They were just giving money to Respawn to make it.
Yeah.
They heard what everybody said and changed it.
Yeah.
Complained about no single player in the first one. Put out an amazing single player in the second one.
Probably one of the best single player shooters that I've played in years, easily.
There was complaints about there only being 3 Titans in the first one. There were 7 in the second one, and I think it was 6, and then they added one.
Yeah.
And super diverse. There's like this big flamethrower one who's a tank with 5 health, and there's also this small samurai one with 3 health, but is super fast. And it's like they were so conscious, and they made the game for fans and for people to have fun playing it.
Yeah.
And like it's amazing, but again, it didn't get any money in marketing. I found out about it because my brother's like, hey, I bought Titanfall 2. And I'm like, they made a second one? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, oh, wow. And I didn't like Titanfall 1. And then I played Titanfall 2, and I was like, oh, fuck.
Yeah. I was, fuck, man. I used to be so good at Titanfall. Like, it was so, I had it perfectly where people would try to, grapple hook and come towards me, but I'd have my Titanfall right at the perfect moment. So, like, as they get next to me, smush.
Yep. For me, Titanfall 1 was it for me was I was in the mindset of if you don't have single player elements, the game's a little incomplete.
Which is funny because nowadays that's not even a
well. Like when Titanfall came out, I thought that.
Yeah.
And now 2 of the games I play the most
have. I mean, there's like terrorist hunt and shit, but that's not single player. That's not a story.
Yeah. But like Rainbow Six is the main game is all online, and Overwatch is the entire game is all online.
Yeah. There is no story in that.
They have like PvE events, and but I mean, again, that's an event. That's but just like completely changed my mind. And I wish I gave Titanfall 1 more of a chance because of how much I like Titanfall 2.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where you realize where they kind of knew where the genre was going.
Mm-hmm.
Like, people don't care about single player; they just want to play multiplayer. But for whatever reason, when they decided to do that and they got shat on, they go and like, okay, fine, we'll reel back and we'll try this. But then, like you said, EA had no support for them. And like, Battlefield 1, the biggest game in the world, fucking come check this out. Oh my god.
But yeah, and then, I mean, Titanfall 2 though was fantastic.
It was
underrated, and critics, everybody, reception of it was amazing, just didn't sell. And they're still updating the game. They're taking care of that game, which is important to longevity for games now, is constant updates and content. And
I mean, it's why Rainbow Six is doing so well.
Yep.
I mean, that game got shat on too at the beginning. Like, people weren't the craziest about it. And then again, just like the Division and Wildlands, Ubisoft has been doing this smart thing where they just constantly push and update and listen and patch and just fix it until it's like, wow, this game is actually really good.
For me, everyone, there was kind of like that period where everyone shit on Ubisoft.
Yeah.
And it was almost entirely just because of Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, because every year it was like it became the new Call of Duty.
Yeah, exactly. And everyone hated Ubisoft, but at the time they were putting out Ghost Recons and Rainbow Six, and then you look and they're taking care of it. It's like, Ubisoft makes some good ass games.
Yeah.
Just Assassin's Creed has just sucked lately. That's it.
It got overshadowed by this shit, which was Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, exactly. And then the Division had a lot of hype. Fell off as soon as it came out.
Closed doors.
Yeah.
While walking by
that. Yeah, I do remember that. That's all I did for the first 5 minutes. But ton of hype, kind of crashed on release because it was a little light, and then they took care of the game. And now Division, if you get Division now, it's a pretty fun MMO.
It's a complete game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like third-person tactical Destiny.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Which, talking about Destiny, they did the reverse of what Ubisoft is doing. They didn't listen to their fans, really. And then when they released Destiny 2, it's like, oh, it's Destiny 1. But you don't power up with light now. You power up with might. And it's like, what?
They changed a letter.
But it's like it was just the same fucking game.
I was talking to my uncle, who my uncle is like 50 or so, doesn't really play any games, but he plays the fuck out of Destiny.
Okay.
Loves Destiny, and he literally sinks like hours in it. He was in a clan and stuff like that, and I was like, damn. I was like, that's pretty cool. But we were talking about it, and he said Destiny 1 was off the bat had a lot of problems, and they said they slowly updated it, put in more content, and then he said by the end it was the perfect version of Destiny.
Yeah.
And then they released Destiny 2, which had all of the problems that Destiny 1 took care of, and I was like, geez. And he's like, he says he had a clan of 100 people that played Destiny, and at the end of Destiny's run, like before Destiny 2 came out, like literally a week, he said that their clan still had about 80 active members a week playing.
Okay.
Playing of 100.
Yeah.
Playing
which
Destiny.
is amazing.
Yep. And then Destiny 2 came out, and it came out like what
a year or two ago now.
Yeah, I think it came out in like September last year.
Something like that. Yeah.
Anywho, and he said last month he checked, and there's 4 people playing Destiny 2. And he's just like, Destiny 2 kind of killed the original Destiny for a lot of people.
Yeah, because
like,
they get mad, right? Like, it leaves a sour taste in your mouth. So then even when you look at the now complete perfect game in their mind, all they see is Destiny 2.
Like, could you imagine if Rainbow Six came out with Rainbow Six Siege 2?
Rainbow 12?
Yeah, instead of just... fuck you. But instead of just, like, coming out with more content like they have, just release a sequel, it just doesn't make sense, right? Or, like, I don't know. We can talk about Overwatch a bit, because I got some grievances with...
No, we can.
I finally got, but before we go that, I finally got, what's his name? Lion?
Oh, yeah, drone guy?
Yeah, I finally got him.
That sound in my headphones,
Jesus Christ.
blew me away.
It's funny the first time, because he goes like this, he's like, drone coming up, and it's like, 1, 3, 2, 1.
Like the travel in your base. Jesus!
You're like, I gotta shoot people. But you got him just in time for the fucking nerf too.
Oh yeah?
He got nerfed yesterday.
What happened?
So his original thing is he had 3 charges
Yeah.
with 10 seconds between each use, and if you ever move, the tag stays around you for the entirety of the of the thing. The nerf is he only has 2 charges. There's 20 seconds before in each one. And the tag is only around you when you're moving. So if you move when it starts, but then you stop, the tag goes away.
So like motion then stop.
Yep.
That kind of sucks.
It's a lot more balanced, though.
I mean, it makes sense. And,
I think it just sucks for you. You didn't get to play with him when he was OP, because I loved him.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like, I played Terrorist Hunt real quick because I just wanted to get a feel for him. And I see only 2, like, but then, the terrorists move and stop. I'm like, I thought this was continuous. Like, God damn it.
Yeah. You got right before. The one thing I regret is I didn't get to play Blackbeard before his nerf. Because now he's actually really balanced. Now he's got 2 60 health shields.
Okay.
But Buddy used to have an 180 health 1 shield.
Oh my God! So you're a walking tank.
You're just like, and just nobody could kill you. They had to basically kill 2 people to get through your shield. And he had like an insane pick rate and stuff like that. But he got nerfed, and everybody was like so sad.
What about Finka?
Finka's the same.
Yeah, really? I thought they would have changed like her because her
thing's OP.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't change
The developers literally said they're like. So they have like this chart, it's like a little graphic, and it's like how much people are used and how effective they are, and basically it's win-loss ratio and the amount of picks that they get.
Yeah.
And Lion and Finka were super high, both in the gets picked a lot, wins a lot. And they figured out how to nerf Lion, and Lion's pretty balanced now. It's a lot more, since you only have 2, you have to use a lot more tactically.
Yeah.
And like, the way I've always looked at it is whenever you're pushing, use it, because when you're pushing, that's when defenders are going to have to move, and then that's when they're going to get spotted and somebody can take a shot at them or anything like that. But don't be one of the guys that uses the ability at the very beginning of the round.
Well, you're just being a troll. Yeah, you're just being a shitty person.
You're just letting everybody know that you have a lion and you've used
You just wasted. Yeah. Especially now since there's only 2, you just wasted 1 for no reason.
Anytime there's a lion who does it at the beginning of the round, I just run around in my spot because I'm just like, fuck, you found me, but like nobody's here. Anywho, so he had a high pick rate. They balanced him. They literally said with Finka, who's super high pick rate, super high win rate, they're like, we have no idea yet how to fix her. Because she is just broken, and it's like dropping your charges down to 2 doesn't really change anything, she's still good. Yeah. Dropping your charges down to 1 makes her kind of useless because you just have the 1. Yeah. But it's still like, it's just such a powerful ability.
And it's, 25?
25 health.
Yeah.
You run faster. your aim is better, and there's like one thing else.
And is that for all allies, or is it just
everyone?
Oh my god! So maybe just change it that way. 25 health for allies. Either they can aim better, or they can run faster.
Yeah.
Or only Finka gets those perks, but everyone else gets the 25 HP. Something like that might help. But then
That's fair.
But then maybe you're just running into a Doc, because Doc can heal from afar, right? He can shoot you with the needles.
Yeah, but there isn't like a healer on the
On the attackers.
Yeah, so I mean, I think the most OP thing of her ability is the fact that if somebody's downed and you use it, they can get up.
Yeah, maybe change. If anything, maybe that's one of those nerfs you got to take a look at. I'd be like, yeah, maybe don't have insta res. Like, don't even have to come up to him. Just be like, hey, buddy, I got you.
Just that fucking weird thumb thing. I mean, with nerfs or anything like that, it's always my favorite people that get nerfed because I'm one of those dudes that always plays the super cheesy people.
Yeah.
'Cause, I mean, it's fun and you do well, but back in the day, my main man was Jaeger, and he used to have an ACOG on defense, and they took that away. Cause basically, he used to have a assault rifle. Like, he was a defender with an ACOG assault rifle.
Jesus Christ.
And 3 speed, so he was just crazy. And
just running, just beep, 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 beep.
Yeah. So they took him out. He was the king of the spawn peak. He used to be.
Oh, really?
Because you're so fast, you can move anywhere in the map, and then just use your ACOG and just.
Now it's Valkyrie, right? Am I going crazy?
You mean like the camera girl?
Yeah, isn't Cam Girl, or is it? There's someone else.
What a name.
I mean, look, it's gonna start now. It's gonna spread.
Ugh. I mean, I feel like it already has.
Yeah, probably. I'm sure that's not an
Rainbow
original
Six
thought.
has a weird community. But I don't know. I always spawn peek with Doc because
Really?
if you get shot with Doc, you can just heal yourself.
Ow! Fuck you.
He uses that weird gun.
Or that staple gun thing, eh?
Dude, Doc's honestly my two. There's like basically like 3 subclasses of your 3 speeds are your roamers. Your 2 speeds are your late game roamers, which means that your 2 speeds usually have the best utility, and you want to keep them till the end, and then at the end they have the maneuverability to go for kills. And then your 1 speeds are the anchors. The ankles. You know, the people that are supposed to just stay on point and defend it, and it's like usually last line of defense.
Like your Capkins or whatever they're called. Is
Yep.
it Capkins?
Capkin's actually a 2 speed, but he's got like the little traps.
Yeah.
So you can really play Capkin a lot of ways. But mostly I've been playing a lot of Mira.
Really?
Mira's like her like two-sided mirror, one-way mirror, I don't know, is just magnificent. And you just basically reinforce a wall, put the mirror up beside an unreinforced wall, and you just like go on your mirror and just
just lean over and shoot. Yep. I've seen a lot of that. I've also seen people, I don't know why.
Put it low and shoot above it?
No, I've seen that. That makes sense to me. That actually makes sense. But yeah, they'll go to a wall that's unprotected. They'll just slap it on that.
Oh no, it's trash.
And I've seen that, but I'm like, unless you're doing what you just said, where like you put it
low
and then you can pop up and shoot. But you're really risking, like, as you're coming up, because if they know there's a mirror there, like a mirror there, they're like, oh wait, that's all exposed. I wonder what's going to happen.
The thing is, you run into problems with the only reason I do that one on certain maps because some places it really just works.
Yeah.
But sometimes you get an Ashe or a Zofia that literally shoots underneath it and it just blows up the entire thing.
Yeah, like
it's not reinforced. It is just like. It's just so sad. Zofia's the worst because Ashe's at least like it shoots and then it hits and then you hear like the noise.
So you
and
have a chance to get
up.
the fuck out.
Zophia's just and it's gone and then I'm just like sitting there like, hey, what's up?
Yo, wait, this is awkward.
I've been playing a lot of Mira though, just because she has one of the best I think abilities where it's really balanced because it literally is just it doesn't do anything, you know.
Okay.
When you think about it, like it's just kind of a thing you can turn into a kill hole, but it also gives you. It's like Valkyrie's cameras, but I think even less utility because you have to be at it.
Yeah.
But in the same way, it gives you so much ability just to take care. You can shut down entire rooms just by having a mirror on it, and I think that's fucking incredible. But that's who I've been playing a lot.
Would you play? And this just came to my head. Would you play a Rainbow Six deathmatch, team deathmatch?
Hell yeah, that'd be fun.
Just straight up, no objectives.
Yeah.
Start up each side of the map. Obviously, you'd have to have a bigger map.
I think it'd be fun. I think it'd be fun if you did. Every operator is available, defenders and attackers. You go just out in an open space with a lot of cover and stuff, but it's like you just literally have to just kill the other team first, and it's like elimination, stuff like that. It'd be but like not a lot of destructibility, or like some maps have a lot, but some don't.
Yeah.
just like vary it and stuff like that. I think you could do a lot of cool gameplay stuff with that, especially with having like, you know, a dock on your team and a finca, and you could just juice people up and like, you know, you have cool strats of working with the defenders and attack.
So you could then in turn kind of do the old school MOBA rule of like only one healer, only one tank.
Yeah, you'd be like, you could think like, oh, we need a dock. But I mean, with Rainbow Six, how it works too, it's like the kills are so fast, you're not going to get a lot of chances to heal.
That's true.
The thing is, you start to look at some people like, you know, Capcan really wouldn't be that useful because you'd just be running at somebody. But then you think there's certain ways you could use them where it might be. Or Mira really wouldn't be that useful, but maybe there's one area we can cut off. The one that I think would be cool is Valkyrie. Because at the start of the round, you just start hurling your cameras across the map, and then you can see people.
Well, think about Lion, too, right? Lion, there'd be constant motion, so Lion could just be, boop, you're there, you're there, you're there.
Exactly. I think it'd be fun. I mean, be hard as hell to implement, but we're not developers, right?
Yeah, no. But do it. Do it.
We want it. I mean, nobody thought Deathmatch would work in Overwatch, but then they put it in, and it was like...
Speaking of Overwatch...
Oh, yeah, I got shit to say.
Yeah, so is this about the new PvE?
The PvE is always fun with Overwatch.
So explain what the PvE is this time. Is it Retribution? Is that what it's called?
Yep, and it was the
Is it over already?
Yeah, it's done now.
Okay. So what was it?
It was you played as Genji, Moira, McCree, or Reaper, and you were Blackwatch, like the covert ops of Overwatch, and basically you had to escape Italy with Talon trying to kill you.
Okay.
And there's a bunch of like unique, like there's like this sniper you have to fight, and then like this super heavy tank and stuff like that. And it's really fun. It's just basically, the first one was like a go to an objective and defend it, where this one it was like literally just make it to the end and then survive until the dropship gets there.
Cool.
Which is pretty cool.
So it turns into a horde mode.
Yep, basically, it's basically like Left 4 Dead, if that makes sense. You just charge through a place with the bosses coming out at you, and then you get to the spot, and then it's like, you gotta hold out for the helicopter. That's basically what it was.
Peel's here.
Fuck Left. I mean, I love Left 4 Dead, but like sometimes it's just like it made me more mad than anything.
Yeah.
Anywho.
So, but it's not why you're
tilted.
No. With Overwatch.
I'm tilted with Overwatch because of the new hero named Brigitte.
And what's wrong with Brigitte?
She's overpowered as shit.
Okay, so what is... Explain the character, her abilities, and all that, and then explain why she's way too OP.
So she is... Give you a little backstory of her character. She's Torbjorn's daughter.
Okay.
And she works with Reinhardt. That's like her story is that she's Reinhardt's squire. And basically her kit is... She has a little shield that covers her body, but if people are behind it, you know, it stops the bullets and stuff too. She can shield bash with it, where it just jumps... It just moves a little bit forward and stuns whoever's there for a second.
So it's like Montang from Rainbow Six.
Montang, exactly. Except
but
he doesn't go... But it basically she has like a flashbang with, and then she has, her main weapon is just a mace, like a little mace that she just boom, boom, and hits in front of her.
So she's a melee character then?
Yes.
Okay.
But every time she hits something with her mace or any of her attacks, it does 70 healing to everybody around her.
So she's a group healer.
Yep. So she's technically a support. And she has her RB is she throws a health pack on somebody that does 125 healing.
That's cool. Jesus, that's really good.
But like it's like a 5-second cooldown, so you can't just keep healing everybody. And then her last thing is she has this little flail attack where she goes, and her mace whips forward and it boops people back and also does 70 damage.
Okay.
But the reason, so that's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, that's a lot of perks for her.
Yep. Now her main drawback, basically how you look at attacking her, is she has no range other than that flail, but that flail's only like medium range.
Yeah.
So a widow or anything that can take her out. In theory, in practice, she's got a 600 health shield. So if you ever start long ranging her, she just fucking keeps it up and walks out of the way.
Oh no!
Because you don't have enough time to kill it unless you're like literally roadhog ulting on her or some shit. Like 600 is a lot anyway.
So what? So before you go, would a Junkrat work? Just constantly.
Yeah, Junkrat's actually one of her.
Yeah, like bouncing and exploding the back or whatever.
But I mean, the thing is, to kill her with her shield with Junkrat, you got to get close. And as soon as you're close, she hits you and she starts healing herself and everyone around her.
Okay. Plus, she can drop her health pack that can heal herself as well.
It can't heal herself. She can only heal. It's not like a drop. It's like she literally targets a person and throws it on.
Okay, so it's like Zenyatta's like fucking orb of healing. Okay.
So the main drawback, why I think she's OP. Whenever a hero comes out, you hear that the hero is OP because That's what game devs do. You wanna build the new heroes as stronger.
Yeah.
So that they don't come into the game and get shat on.
But you also have to, and they need to know how the players are actually going to use the characters before they can tweak them.
So that's why a lot of times, like Overwatch, Rainbow Six, I mean, every operator that comes out is OP for the first month or so.
Yeah.
And she's been out a while, but this is the first time she's came to comp. And with, every hero comes out, they say it's OP. This time I think it's different because she's literally changed the meta.
Really?
Overwatch for the longest time has been the dive meta of Tracer, Genji, Winston. You get all these people, and you just jump on their team, and it's a fight, and it's awesome. But with the fact that Brigitte does group healing and shield bashes people and stuns them, she has 150 damage combo she can do, by the way, where she hits the person, stuns them, hits them, flails them, does a shit ton of damage.
Jesus Christ, okay.
So she can basically chain her flail, like hit and then immediately do it.
Oh, okay.
So
kind of like Roadhog's like, come get over here and then fucking instant bash or shoot.
Yeah, so she can stop a Tracer in her tracks. She's a support, by the way.
Yeah, so Tracer has a health of 175?
150.
So she could literally insta-kill a Tracer.
And you look at who else has insta-kills on Tracers, other than like snipers with headshots. It's Roadhog's the hook and shot, which, again, like I want to say takes a little bit of skill. Like I mean, as soon as you land the hook, it's like,
get ready
you just shoot them. It's not hard, but landing hooks isn't easy,
especially on a Tracer.
McCree is, you got the flashbang headshot, which is, I think is it's the easiest one, but super hard because when she's darting around, you have to land a flashbang before she recalls or does anything, and then you have to be able to time a headshot. Yeah. And then you bring in this support who does all this other stuff, and then also the fact that she can one shot a Tracer. Also, she can She can, if a Genji's ulting, she stuns him and then flails him away from the group. Basically does everything that Lucio does, but better.
Yeah.
She's all of these heroes mixed up into one. So like, you can't play dive anymore. And I think it's good to mix up the meta, but it's not good when, to change the meta, you have to use this one person.
Yeah.
And it's like, I've played a couple competitive games, and I just haven't been having fun because, you start doing well, and then a Brigitte comes and just messes you up, and you're like, she's a healer. How is she fucking me up like this?
So Brigitte, her shield, does it literally cover head to toe? Like everything is fully covered? So sniper from the front can't even headshot. Nope. Has to go from the side or the back.
The best way I've learned to counter it is you can, if she's not getting healed at all and there's nobody really to stop you, you can flashbang around the shield, like you can throw it to the side as McCree, and then you can just fan the hammer. It doesn't usually enough damage.
That's what I was actually going to ask next, which was...
250 health.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Which is, every other support's 200. She's 250 health.
Plus with the ability to heal herself.
Yeah.
Okay, so...
I'm so pissed about
So head-on flashbangs, because if she has her shield out, it won't affect her.
Nope. And the shield's tall enough that if you throw it over, it usually doesn't work. It's just, it's narrow, so you can usually hit it from the sides.
Yeah.
That's like the
So you have to roll and then flashbang?
I usually you walk up to her and then... Brigittes are cocky motherfuckers because they know how good their goddamn kid is.
Yeah.
So usually you can just throw it beside them.
Yeah. Just like look to the left, boom, and then.
But it makes some broken moments where you throw it beside them and it just doesn't work, and you're just like, well, okay.
Fuck yeah! One of the things you could do, the more I'm thinking about this, would be you'd have to literally tag team if you want to play it safe. Mm-hmm. Flashbang, she gets concussed. Roadhog comes in, hooks her, brings her in, and bang, something like that, and then maybe Ash that's following. You have McCree just bang, 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 bang. Or you have to have the whole team focus on the goddamn Brigitte, get rid of her, then focus on everyone else.
So, again, with the changes to the fact that she stops dive almost single-handedly, like the fact is she can't, if she's the only one focusing on the dive, she won't stop it just because it's so strong. But as soon as you bring in that much power from a support to stop it, as soon as other people jump on, it's easy. But basically the new way to play the game is you have to get as much health as you can and deal as much damage as you can.
Yeah.
So when you look at the defenders, I've played so many times where it was 3 tanks, a Brigitte and a Moira, which a Moira does so much healing on her own. You also have this group healing with a Brigitte who basically it turns her into a Lucio, but has better stuff and can stop people. They run that, 3 tanks, whoever, and then like a Junkrat just to do damage to everybody. And that's just kind of what you got to do. You got to put a bunch of tanks on your team, put a Brigitte and a Mercy or a Moira, and then just pick like a Bastion, Junkrat. And the only reason I like it now is because Reinhardt is super into the meta now because of his shield has actually been super effective at everybody's trying to throw so much damage out and doing so much healing that Reinhardt's just amazing with his shield up, and then he can put it down and just chuck people. So I got a gold to limbs game playing Reinhardt, and that was awesome. But other than that, I don't know. I don't like it. It's Overwatch has always been fun for me, and this is the first time I've been playing it. I'm just like, I'm not having as much fun now.
Are you gonna take a break and maybe go like to play some PUBG now? What's going on?
Yeah, I actually want to get back into PUBG. I mean,
for a while?
it's Xbox PUBG though, so.
Have they fixed? They fixed the
They
frame
fixed
rate, right?
They fixed a lot of stuff with it, but they haven't put any more content in, so it's just kind of like.
Oh really?
It's boring.
Like, do you have the second island though?
Nope.
You
No
still,
Miramar. No, even we haven't even got fucking Miramar yet.
and then the PC version's got the fucking third island coming
Yep.
out. Wow, dude.
I mean, like, I will say I like Fortnite better than PUBG. And
You gave
oh
a
no,
shit.
other way around.
I was about to say, you
No, I
gave a
meant
shit.
PUBG over Fortnite. I like PUBG over Fortnite, and I do think that it's a stupid debate because I think both require skill, but I do
Yeah.
think PUBG has a little bit higher of a skill.
So
Drop
aiming,
off?
So tactical shooting and stuff, 100% PUBG.
I mean, the building mechanics are insane to master.
It is confusing.
It is very confusing, but again, I just think that not that the building is like a scapegoat. I think it's a cool mechanic, but it's also like you can put cover in front of yourself. Where PUBG is like you're gonna run out in the open. You have to use like small tree. I just think it's a lot more.
Serpentining and
I think it's a lot more like.
Serpentining or serpentining for you?
I think it's serpentining.
I know, but have you ever said serpentining? Do you serpentine?
I say serpentine, but I've never said serpentining. It's not serpentining. Sounds weird.
Okay,
I've always said serpentine, so but then I hear serpentine. So, anyways, just one of those things that popped in
Yeah.
my head.
So, but anyway, I think that PUBG takes a little bit more skill.
Yep.
But I totally understand Fortnite. Fortnite is constant updates, constant putting content in.
They're on their fourth season already.
Yeah, they're talking to their audience. They're
Yeah.
doing feedback. They did the stupid ass boogie down thing, which is dumb, but it was huge community interaction. Everybody was a part of it. They actually are putting like the emotes in the game and shit.
Yeah.
And it's like PUBG, it doesn't give a shit.
Well, PUBG tried emotes, and I think it's the dumbest thing in the world. So Fortnite.
Hi.
Yeah. Well, so the thing is Fortnite. Super cartoony, super exaggerated. Everything is just like a joke, a giant joke, right?
Yeah, and it makes sense why a person would be doing a shitty dance in the middle of a battle.
Fucking PUBG, super tactical, super serious, has a much more realistic base of visuals. Doesn't need you're a dead man. Like, don't need any of those.
Yeah.
Concentrate more on the goddamn game than the fucking ancillary things that you get with fucking Fortnite.
that being said,
Well, it's like PUBG is probably now seeing how much goddamn money Fortnite is making off cosmetics.
Yeah, do you know what? You want to know why they're making so much money?
Because the game's good.
Okay, so we'll talk about that in a bit. But PUBG costs money.
Yeah.
Fortnite is free, straight up free to play. You don't even have to buy Fortnite, the game, which I think they should just give up on that thing and just concentrate on Fortnite.
Yeah,
Battle
I think
Royale.
they have given up on
Yeah,
it.
pretty much.
I don't think they put any updates into that.
But like, it's a free game, so if you got $5, go ahead, spend it on a costume instead of whatever. You get $5 out of 100,000 people doing that. You just made like fucking $500,000.
And like PUBG's also got the key system, which I hate.
I am not a fan of the fact that I get a chest. I can't open the chest because I have to pay $2.50 to then unlock said chest.
I never liked that in any video games. I think Counter-Strike does that too.
I don't like Counter-Strike to begin with.
Counter-Strike's fun to me.
I can't. It's a Twitcher's game, and I can't like Twitch playing.
Yeah.
Where like micro movement bang. I can't deal with that. It just bothers me too much because honestly, I'm too old. And my reaction's not made for that. I can think if I'm getting shot at, I know how to react to that. But if someone just bang, like, what do you want me to do with that? Yeah. Anyways,
Rainbow Six can get like that too.
it can, but
Like,
there's
very
also
much.
ways around it.
Yeah.
Where if you see 3 of your friends pop dead by the one dude, wait, I'm not gonna go there. I'm gonna go around or under them, blow up the ground, but on top of them, the fucking ceiling, and I shoot the fucker.
Yep.
You can do that. You can't do that with Counter-Strike.
No, I think the destructibility is such a good part of
Such
Rainbow
an
Six.
ingenious thing, and it's not a full destructibility. It's
Yep.
like it's
Certain areas.
Exactly. There's certain walls and certain floors or certain ceilings you can destroy. You can blow up the entire fucking ceiling, like the floor or the ceiling, whichever way you want to look at it. But there's still structural beams there, so you can't just blow it all out and make the person fall. But now because that beam is exposed, like those beams, you can shoot between the cracks. That I think is ingenious.
Plus, Rainbow Six for me has like the best like if you do something cool in Rainbow Six, if you get like a triple kill or something like that, that is beyond like I think a lot of games of. It's like such a high. It, again, takes so much skill and stuff. That's
and
like,
getting an ace is godly.
Yeah, it's because, I mean, I've gotten plenty of 3Ks, 4Ks, but nothing compares to that final kill on the ace. And you're just like, it's honestly like getting a chicken dinner in PUBG is. I mean, I think chicken dinner is a bit more because it's so.
Well, because you just like outmatch 99 other players.
Yeah, but I think an ace is just like, an ace is like you saying, I don't need my team. I can do this myself.
Yeah.
Which a lot of games you can't really do that in, but Rainbow Six is like sometimes you can do that.
Yeah,
It's
sometimes it just
awesome.
makes sense. The meta just worked for you. You're the elo matched up perfectly.
Yeah.
You're just like, fuck you.
Yep.
So, but going back to Fortnite and like the PUBG comparisons and whatnot, yesterday actually downloaded Fortnite.
He went to the dark side.
I tried it out. My first match that I'm actually playing Fortnite, I got 3 kills and somehow made it to the top 9.
Oh,
Without-
I got 11.
Without building anything.
I got 11th on my first match too.
Isn't it fucked up?
Yeah.
It's like you feel so rewarded right away. So it's like, wow, I want to see if I can do that again. And then you're like, oh wait, you're supposed to build things. Then you take a look at the building mechanics, and it's like, I don't understand how some people do this. Like when I watched Shroud
like
or
spinning
Fredo,
around and
they
doing
get
it.
shot and they're jumping. So they're building as they're jumping in the floor under them. I don't understand because it's not a simple thing of. So when you're building walls, you can rotate and you'll make a wall. You'll make a foundation.
They make it look like they're holding like the like Y key and like aiming and it's building everything.
So dude, here's the thing. So when you want to put a floor down, I might be wrong on this, and it might be like they might have mapped it differently, which I have to take a look at. But you go to Q, you hit Q, you go to building mode. You quickly build your thing around you. When you jump, you can't just slow down and build a floor. What happens is you have to then scroll or hit F2 to get to the floor plan like selection, then build a floor, and then you have to switch back and build the walls.
Yeah, you gotta do that.
So it's not this thing of super easy of just you rotate,
It's
build while jumping.
It's like literally like
It's like this crazy macro fucking like MMO shit that people used to do when they played WoW, where like they had like 30 different key bindings. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, I can't physically hit Q, build the wall, jump as I'm jumping, hit F2. Build the floor, switch back to F1, build the wall. I can't do that. It's physically not possible. So I'm sitting there, I'm thinking, what they must have done, fucking Twitch players, or the people that I watch anyways, what they must do is switch the key bindings so that your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is your building supplies, like your plans, your building plans.
They probably did.
So then you hit W, then bam, 1, 2, 3. You know what I mean? Instead of fucking F1. F2, F3, like, or it's a fucking part of their keyboard, or like their mouse bindings, because I physically can't fucking do it. It's
Do you switch bindings a lot when you play games? Or do you like to stick usually with what they give you?
So I used to stick exactly for what, like, because for years, only up until this year, I've never had any special key bindings on my mouse. Right now, this year, I got myself a Death Ladder Elite when I was early on to the first semester of school. Just because I wanted to see if that really made a difference for gameplay. I don't know if the mouse itself makes a difference, but it's a bigger mouse, so it fits more comfortably in my hand. So that feels a lot more comfortable on my wrist. So that's always a bonus. But playing with it, the key bindings, I've been dabbling. So like if I'm playing PUBG, my top mouse button, secondary mouse button, is my map or my inventory.
Oh, okay.
I'll hit that instead of pressing tab. I hit that, I can collect, and I go, and I'm good to go. Sometimes I'll have it as an auto run, or if I'm feeling different, I'll use that as my map button, so I don't have to hit M. I hit that, boom, map comes up, goes away. I've been doing stuff like that. In Fortnite, I have it as my pickaxe button. So instead of pressing, we'll say L, which is like all the way over here, I just hit that button and whip out the pickaxe, and fucking get my resources, pick out, boom, I got my gun.
Dude, that's starting to be a thing that I think is like, games are kind of like not forcing, but making you do that. You know, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
like not that they have shitty mechanics, but it's like a lot of times I feel like the way they map keyboards and controllers is like, we're gonna do it basic as shit and not caring about what you actually want, and then they're like, you can fix it if you want to.
So I think that's what, again, this could just be a giant conspiracy, but I kind of agree with you. It feels like the developers, when they are making the games, when it comes to like actually mapping out the controls, either for keyboard or keyboard or controller. Keyboard is like, okay, well, we know WASD That's always a thing. 1, 2, 3, 4 is usually your weapons. Now it's like, do we want to do C for crouch or control for crouch? Then it's like, who fucking cares? The players will just change it for themselves anyways. What about sprint? What about this? Like, auto run. Do you want it as a tilde key or do you want it as the equal sign? Who gives a shit? But my problem is with controllers. Most developers, when they do this, they'll have like, all right, so here's your basic design for the controller. All right, Xbox.
A is jump, B is crouch, X is reload, Y is interact.
Depending, so if you play, we'll say Halo, it's different.
Yeah.
Like X is melee, B is reload, Y is change weapons, A is for jump, right? So like that right away seems very different. Right bumpers sometimes can be for one of the games, one of the Halo games. I think right bumper was a melee instead of a grenade.
Dude, one of the OG Halo games, the left trigger was the
grenades.
Yeah.
Because
they always do. There wasn't any ADS, so they were just like.
So you would hit that.
Oh, dude, you remember when you had to fucking click in the right stick to aim?
Yes.
Like snipers and shit.
I'll be honest, I actually didn't mind that as a quick, because like if I'm aiming, like I just dab down. I'm
now
good to go.
that I've gotten actually better at like the hand-eye coordination of games, I understand a lot more because it's like you're aiming, but back when I was a kid, it was like I'd have to stop aiming, click it in, and then start aiming
instead of being able to just fluidly.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I still think the left trigger, right trigger works.
I think it works great, but when a game offers me that option, I don't mind that. I really don't. Mm-hmm. But anyways, with controllers, with developers, you have your basic setup, like with the one we just described. You might have like one they call Southpaw, and then they might have one they call Advanced or whatever. Anything I find past basic is bullshit.
Yeah, there's like one. It's like use the right stick to turn, or it's like what was the one? You can't strafe left or right. It's like you can only turn you can use the right stick to aim, and you can only go forward, but the right stick also strafes.
It's like fucking tank
And
controls.
it's like, why? What the fuck? Why? Who would ever use this? Who the hell would use Southpaw? Who the hell left-handed person controls the controller aiming with the left stick?
It seems monstrous to me, right?
Yeah.
But then like, okay, like I wish my melee was fucking B for the love of Christ, but the game made it X. I know it sounds very minute, but it makes such a big fucking difference, right?
That's why I hate Rainbow Six, dude.
I wish the game developers would just be like, here's our basic Southpaw Advanced or custom. Mm-hmm. And in the custom setting, you could change the key button because certain games used to let you do that, where you could change the entire key, like button binding of your controller. And I don't know why that's not a thing.
Overwatch lets you do it. You should see some of my Overwatch ones. They're fucked up. Lucio's such a like jumping, like the fact that you hold jump basically to wall run, and wall running's such a big part of his kit that it's like my jump is A with everybody except for Lucio. It's left trigger. I use left trigger to jump, and then I use the A for like his booping thing, basically. Oh, okay. Which kind of like it sounds. When I first heard it, it sucked because I was bad at booping. But now that I play it, it's so much more smooth that I'm able to aim and wall run. Hanzo, I use the left trigger. Doesn't do anything with Hanzo. Yeah. So I made left trigger his jump now because you can do a lot of stuff like get an arrow ready, climb up a wall, and then aim and do it. And it's hard to do like. Run, jump, hold it, and then switch back, and it's like a whole lot of. So I mean, a lot of them are really. I changed all of the crouches were B. I changed them to clicking in the left stick. Okay. Which one thing I love about Overwatch is clicking in the sticks. They left blank.
So you can do whatever you want.
They're literally, it's like I know people that use the right stick and the left stick to jump, and like.
Really?
Yeah, and it's like I mean it's an open spot so you can feel it.
This just seems odd because I know sometimes when I get intense, I accidentally press down on the stick, and I want to be like, why am I jumping?
But I mean. It's important to me too, controller bindings, because sometimes developers just screw the fucking pooch.
Yeah, they just don't know what the fuck.
Yeah, and one thing I've always wanted in Rainbow Six that doesn't really work because every button is used. Yeah, is the ability to lean without aiming down sights.
Yeah, so on
console, you just hit like what fucking
like keyboard, you just hit either Q or E, and it just leans.
Yep.
You don't have to look down.
It's so natural and it just works, and it's like, oh well. I mean, there's nowhere really to implement it in Rainbow Six. The only time you can lean is when you're aiming down sights. You click in the left or right stick. Yeah. But, like, the left stick is for sprinting. The right stick is for melee. You can't really move those around. And melee actually is...
There's another one. Yeah, melee's fucking a press down button. Yep. Yeah, for the sticks.
A lot of people mix it up like that.
Yeah, it's... Jesus Christ, huh? Okay, I'm trying to think. Fortnite. I want to go back on this.
Okay.
You jokingly said in the... Facebook group. All right, boys, where are we dropping? Okay.
Because it's a fucking meme.
I know. But
would you consider actually playing Fortnite? Because it's free. The biggest thing, it's free. It's not hard on any fucking system.
You know what? I'm going to look it up right now, and if I can get Fortnite on my laptop, because that's the only computer I have right now is this Mac. If I can get Fortnite on here, I will play it.
Dude, I can almost promise you if you can play Left 4 Dead or Portal 2 on this.
Yeah, I mean, you'd imagine so, right?
So while he does that, let me just say, everyone, as you might have guessed, if you haven't already, this is a pre-recorded podcast. The reason why we're doing this originally was because Ruth is leaving.
No Fortnite, by the way.
Are you on Steam?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you got to go to like Epic Games website. You got to Google
that.
Just write, oh my God. Open up a tab and write fucking Fortnite.
I thought, PUBG's on.
Yeah, PUBG's on Steam. But yeah, Ruth is actually leaving to go back to Manitoba. Or is it
Winnipeg.
Yeah, Winnipeg, whatever. Winnipeg, Manitoba.
Is Winnipeg in Manitoba? I don't know.
Anyways.
Hey, I can get it on Mac.
There, yeah, I already told you that. You already knew that. Just check the system requirements
I
for
just
you.
need to get like a fucking Epic Games
Epic
account or
Games
something.
She is leaving us. That's what I'm trying to say. She's going to be gone for the rest of the summer until school comes back in September.
Mm-hmm.
This was supposed to be us all together, being like a final farewell, maybe bring Ruth in, and then we were going to do a Let's Play with it. We were going to play some Wheel of Fortune.
Mm-hmm.
My question to you, Lib, what are games,
While you're doing this, what are games that you would be looking forward to do a Let's Play in? For us. Do you think would be fun?
First off, I think I'd still want to do my one series of teaching you how to play Xbox again.
Yeah, I think that'd be a fun one.
I think a lot of party games would be fun.
Mm-hmm.
I love party games. I think it's just the easiest way to. You do one camera setup, one recording too.
Yeah.
Just makes sense. I'd love to play Overwatch just because it's like my favorite game, and I want to showcase my fucking skills off. But I mean, that one is like a lot of people I know don't have it and stuff like that. So
I think you and I might be the only ones that I know that have Overwatch, and I haven't touched it in probably over a year.
The only like good thing right now is that Colin has a Xbox.
He does, and he does own PUBG.
Yep. So we could do PUBG too. Xbox.
I could easily get.
That's like I feel like shitty because it's like, I know it's like I feel like a lot of stuff is better when you run it through PCs and stuff, but like it's like I don't have the money to buy a PC.
No.
Right
I
now.
totally understand that.
Yeah. So I mean,
Fortnite
would be goofy as hell, and I'd be fucking off the entire time.
Think about how dumb we could be playing Fortnite. Get a squad up and just lose our damn minds playing that game. I think that'd be amazing.
I just think it'd be funny that I'd be playing Fortnite on my fucking Mac. I feel like it's not gonna run well, but it's gonna be funny. I'm gonna have it like lowest resolution. Everything's gonna be blocky as hell.
I mean, the game already looks blocky. Don't worry about it.
True. That doesn't really change anything. Other than that, I don't know. Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, so I mean, live fucking Let's Plays. Yeah, like we did the $1 Million Bot. I want to do a game, like an actual series with D&D. Even do something as simple as like play Uno in person. Like just really dumb. Easy
Uno the fucking movie.
Yeah.
Uno the sequel.
Uno the sequel, live action.
Mm-hmm.
To the animated version. Like I think there's gonna be a lot of fun ones that we could do. I own a lot of the Jackbox Party Pack games.
Yeah.
I have Worms Armageddon on the Xbox One. So I think that would be another super fucking fun, dumb one to play.
Mm-hmm.
I think our biggest issue is trying to get fucking people together.
Yeah.
Which is also, we can talk about that real
Quick is, we talked about this before we went live.
Before we actually started the show, because it's been a little bit more of a chore and hassle on everyone to try to get together
during the summer because everyone's got jobs now. Everyone's moved out, like moved away.
Mm-hmm.
The podcast might not end up by being a weekly thing anymore.
We are thinking about maybe just doing it
maybe bi-weekly, once a month, like depending.
Yeah.
And trying to put in different content in between the podcasts.
So, but like to give an example, it'd be like where with everything going on in the summer, we're not going to have the availability of being ready every Sunday to do it.
Yeah.
So it's going to be like we're going to pick one day where everyone's free and we're just going to shoot the fuck out of that day.
Yeah, like we'll do a bunch of Let's Plays. We'll do a bunch of live action skits if we have to.
Like come in the morning, shoot some stuff, get some lunch.
Yeah.
Shoot some stuff, get some dinner, and even shoot some stuff after that.
Yeah, and just literally like treat it as it is, which is like treat this as a job as we should.
Yep.
So then we actually spend we'll put in 8 hours of just content, making content the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
I think that'd be the
best way of doing it. And then we'll have within that one day, if we have 2 to 3 different Let's Plays done, or 2 to 3 different live actions done, Now we have something to put in while we wait for the next podcast to come by.
So another thing that I was thinking could work is if we end up wanting to do, because I've been petitioning to Justin. I know he wants to do too.
Yeah.
With my fucking Dungeons and Dragons thing.
All right, I think that's a brilliant idea.
My brother's a dungeon master. It's a fantastic one, and I just think it'd be really fun. But literally, we could shoot like. It sounds like crazy now, but like 8 hours of Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
And you can literally 1 hour each. That's 8 episodes. You know.
Yeah, that's an easy fucking series to do right there, right?
And literally, we can just stop it after every hour and say, "Hey guys, we're back."
Yeah.
After another week of us wearing the same clothes.
Yeah.
And like,
that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like, fucking when you look at Heroes and Halfwits and Twits and Crits,
they all
yeah, they all do the same thing. Like they come back, and like sometimes it's all in one day, so that's not a surprise to me. We could do that. Plus, the way that one of the locations ideas that I had was obviously just right over here. You can't see it, but we have this like whole blank space here that we could do it.
Yep.
Or we could do the actual like mom's basement, and in my townhouse where I reside now, literally is like the perfect look for like when you fucking watch Stranger Things season 1 when the kids are playing D&D in the basement. That fucking basement looks like my basement, so we can easily do that because it's unfinished flooring, it's cement walls. There's a fucking structural support beam in the middle. Like we could easily make it look even more like 80s D&D style like fucking setup if we wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
Now my question is also going to be towards the audience, and actually this would actually help me see who actually watches the whole goddamn thing.
Yeah, it's true.
Right?
It's the end.
Yeah, this is the end.
If you've made it this far, thank you.
Yeah, thanks so much.
God bless your soul.
You just sound like Shang Tsung right there, like your soul is God bless your souls. Anyways,
Shang Tsung isn't that nice. He would never say God bless. He'd say like fuck your souls. Finna take those. Anyways,
turn into a dragon and eat you now.
I'm about to turn into a dragon and eat you.
Animality. Anyways, if you guys have any suggestions or interests of things that we want to do, we could even do potentially, if things work out, streams where it's the SSN crew. But obviously we're not in one location. Lib's at his place, I'm at my place, and like we just do a fucking stream. Then just do it that way. Especially now, as a quick heads up, Discord is apparently making its way to Xbox One.
Okay, that's good.
So then we can actually share a Discord channel and talk, and we don't have to, and then have it captured.
Do you know if it's cross-platform?
I think it is. I think that's the whole point.
That'd be good.
Discord's got to be cross-platform, so then we could actually play, like just make it so much easier. We have the audio fed directly into the computer instead of having the audio from the game of us talking, right? That like low quality sound just come out of the fucking Discord app that's on the computer and have that streaming with us. I think that would be a brilliant thing to do. But I want to know what you guys think. Suggestions, like I love to hear it. If you guys want to see streams, if you guys want to see more, like if you guys actually want to see a live action comedy thing, let us know. But for now, I just want to say thanks, Lib, for showing up.
Hey, no problem.
And this is not a jab towards anyone who didn't show up. It's just like if Lib couldn't have made it because like the bus was running late for you, I would have been like, fuck
yeah,
it.
It was dude, and we stopped at a Timmy's and the bus driver got off for 10 minutes getting a fucking coffee.
Are you serious?
And I was like,
my god.
What? Am I the only one that's got shit to do? Like, why is this okay anyway? It was like, oh, whatever.
Yeah, fucking Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
But with that being said, thanks for coming.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Not a problem. Guys, if you want to support what we're doing, super easy. You can subscribe to the Select Start Network on YouTube, youtube.com/liveselectstart. You can follow us on our Facebook page, facebook.com/Select Start Network. If you want to buy some of that merch like you see right there, that long tee baseball shirt, which maybe don't do that because it's gone pretty hot in London. It's like fucking 28 degrees today.
Yeah, get the short sleeve one.
Yeah, make it the short sleeve one that Colin has. tpublic.com/user/SelectStartNetwork. Follow us on our socials. Select Start N on Twitter, SSN Larche,
Libtree80 or something like that. I don't use my Twitter.
Yeah, Libtree80.
Liberty.roundtree Instagram.
There you go. And myself is SSN Larche on Instagram. And if we do start doing streams because you guys want to see it and you want to see it on Twitch, twitch.com/SelectStartNetwork Live. But with that, thank you so much for joining us, everybody, and we'll catch you next time. We love you and goodbye.
All right, ending thing. Last thing you're gonna say for the concurrent episodic podcast. What's the last thing you're gonna say?
What's the last thing I'm going to say? Yeah. I'm going to spoil the shit out of Infinity War. You ready?
Don't! I am going to bleep that out. Fuck that. All right, guys. Thanks so much for joining.
Hold on.
What?
5 minutes. I want to talk about Infinity War.
Okay, wait.
Not spoil it. Just want to talk about it.
Have you seen it?
I have seen it.
Okay.
I liked it, and it was sad at the end.
I liked it. I think
Thanos or Josh Brolin was fucking amazing.
yes. Because we kind of touched upon this last week when we did this. But yeah, final thoughts. I liked it. I think that people on the internet are over exaggerating how great it was.
Oh, yeah, I agree.
Especially like the reaction of things
Dude, I
happening.
thought Ragnarok was way better than
Yes,
Infinity War
100%.
was. I will say the Thor parts in it were amazing.
We need to do a fucking spoiler cast about Infinity War because there's a couple things I want to jump into that pissed me off. That they did something they didn't do. I'll talk about it off air. But anyways, for everybody, if you want to see a spoiler cast on Infinity War, hey, fucking comments, let us know. Bye, everybody.
See ya.